Let's look here at how to solve inequalities. Okay, solving inequalities, if we know how to solve an equation, we pretty much know how to solve an inequality. It's just like solving linear equations, but one important difference, the difference is when multiplying or dividing the whole inequality by a negative number, we must change the direction of the ordering symbol. Okay, that's the only difference there is in solving an inequality as opposed to an equality. Now we know for solving an equation we can either add or subtract something from both sides, or we can multiply or divide both sides by some number to find the solution. But in this case, if we multiply or divide by a negative number, if we choose to do that, we must change the direction of the ordering symbol. For example, the less than would go to greater than. In other words, it would point the other way. Okay, let's do an example. Let's solve 3 minus x is less than 5. Okay, we solve it like an equation, so we could do one of several things to start off with, but let's subtract 3 from both sides, and so we end up with minus x is less than 2. Okay, if we subtract 3 from both sides, that takes away this 3 from this side and leaves minus x, and it'll take away 3 off that 5 to leave it 2. Now we have minus x is less than 2, which is not a solution because x is not by itself. It's got a minus sign with it. So now let's multiply both sides, like we know we can do, by minus 1. Okay, when we do that, minus 1 times minus x equals positive x. And minus 1 times 2 is minus 2. Now here's the important thing. Well, we get minus 2 on the right-hand side, x on the left-hand side. Now the important thing is that multiplying by that minus 1 there will change the direction of the ordering symbol to point the other way. Okay, we have to switch it around, and there is our solution. X is greater than minus 2, or we can write it, of course, like this. X is greater than minus 2, either way you like. On the number line, this looks like 0, minus 1, minus 2. X would be greater than minus 2, so the solution set would look like this. X has to be to the right of minus 2 on the number line. Okay, so to show that we can avoid doing this, and let's do it in a different way to show that this actually works. Let's start off again. 3 minus x is less than 5. Let's do it again in another way without resorting to that measure of multiplying by a negative number. In this solution, let's add x to both sides. Adding x to the left-hand side will cancel out that minus x there. X minus x is 0, so we get 3. And we get less than, we're adding here, so we get 5 plus x on the right-hand side. Okay, we add this equation to that equation, and we get, we add this equation to that inequality, and we get this inequality. And so now let's subtract 5 from both sides, like we know we can do. Minus 5, of course, equals minus 5. So let's subtract that from 3 is less than 5 plus x, and 3 minus 5 is minus 2, and we carry down this. We don't change the direction this time because we didn't multiply or divide by a negative number, and we get on this side 5 minus 5 is 0, and then we have x, and notice we get x is greater than minus 2, which is what we got here. X is greater than minus 2. So we did it two ways, and that sort of shows that this technique works. So this is very important.